Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day. A bit of a glitch there. I'm still playing around with me bits and bobs here. all me buttons. It's excuse me, Friday. No, it's not. It's Saturday. Saturday, the 5th of August. Would you believe it? August already. Good God, it's 2/3 of the way through of the year. What's happened? Where's it come from? Where's it gone? There we go. Time marches on, as they say. So we're on time tonight, and I'm getting a little bit better than I used to be fair. That's been fair to me. This is H just been out there now messing around with our tomato plants because we've just gone through a storm, I don't know, Isaiah or whatever it's called. I have no idea. Which is basically means we got, in my day when I was growing up, it got windy. Now it's a storm. Oh dear. And it rains quite hard. Okay, it's weather. I mean, whatever. I mean, nothing that I'm aware of fell over it. Talking of which, looking out the window here now, our gazebo is now up. It's now bolted to the floor. So all being well, it should stay there now. We finished it off last night. Brian came round after work, bless him, and we drilled all the holes and got some of them in the right place. Despite having all the diagonals right and the squares right, we still managed to cock it up. But hey, it ain't going to go anywhere. Hey, as they say, it ain't the space shuttle, it's a gazebo. And long may it continue. So, what have we been up to this week? Well, it's been quite interesting, actually. You know, there's several things going on, some of which we will discuss, and probably other things that we probably won't. Who knows? The mystery, hey? But I put a video out this week, beginning of the week, I believe, of the Mountfield mower that I've just refurbished, ready to go, and lots of kind comments on YouTube. It looked pretty good. Well, I'm quite pleased with it actually. And the last bit I was going to do, or will do, we'll see, is to show it running, make sure everything works. Now I have to be honest here. I did get it all back together. I got the cable that I was waiting for. It's at the OBC cable, a brake cable, call it what you want. And it turned up. I got it all fitted together. Put the oil in the machine, a little bit overfilled, but nothing to worry about. Petrol, and got it on the floor. And I pulled my guts out, and it wouldn't start. Oh, strange, because I rebuilt the carb, and I squirted some Easy Start or carb cleaner, whatever, into the hole. Put the spark plug in, which I tested. Yes, there was a spark. It didn't fire. It didn't even cough. Now, one thing I do know is if you've got spark, you've got compression, you've got fuel, there's no reason why that thing won't start. So back in the shop it went. And I thought, the thing I will check first and foremost was the spark, which it was there. And I knew the carburetor had been rebuilt. So I thought I'd just check the timing. In other words, take off the flywheel. It was only a 2-minute job. And see maybe, for whatever reason, maybe see that something's turned or the key is broken or something. So I took it off, and guess what? There's no key in there. For some reason, I must have taken it out. Now, thinking backwards, there's a bit of a clue, because you may or may not have seen these labels that I use to put on machines when I salvage them, break them, whatever. And it says there, no oil. Where is it? No oil. Yeah, no oil. So I had to put oil in there. What I forgot to double check is that, or key. Yep. For some reason, I salvaged the keys for another machine. So you can imagine it, the flywheel was anywhere. And I got another key, put it all back together, went outside, boom, off it went. First pull. Absolutely delighted. I let it run for a few minutes. And there was a peculiar knocking sound. You know that sound you think, that ain't right. Something's not quite right there. And I knew I'd had oil in the machine, so I thought, oh my Lord, if I put a knacker on, you know, dear. And it got worse and worse. I thought, no, I better turn it off. And Mrs. H was stood by the side of me there saying, that don't sound right, Phil. Great observation. So I let it, I stopped the motor, and then it sort of came to a bit of a clattering stop, followed by a whirring sound. You'll try and picture all this. And eventually, after about a minute or two, the whirring sound stopped. And I said to her, I think I've just blown the engine. I just blown it up. So I went to pull the thing back into the workshop. And lo and behold, there was the blade laying on the floor. It got loose. I mean, thinking back, actually, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been quite dangerous. It could have flown out from underneath, and Anne was stood there. Now, the only thing I can think of was I did use, well, I used my torque wrench to torque it up to, I think it was 17 Newton meters, which is not over high. But I do remember that the torque wrench did not click, and I carried on as far as I thought necessary. I was concerned about stripping the threads out, although that'd be very difficult on a UNC bolt, you know, with a fine thread into a solid steel shaft. So what I think happened is I just didn't tighten the blade up enough. Lesson learned. Excuse me. Anyway, I had a look underneath. No damage to the deck, thank goodness. And got hold of the boss and noticed that the two safety nipples, I don't know what you call them, the breakaway nipples, are both being destroyed. They've been knocked off. And the whole thing is actually rocked on the shaft. And I was a bit concerned about that. And I pulled it off. Looking inside, the key itself was badly damaged. And the actual boss, to me, looked quite worn, you know, with the slots inside. And it was no good anyway. So I've ordered a new one. I'm going to put a new boss on there, a new key on there, and a new, well, I think it's probably important, the new the concave washer that compresses to hold the whole thing together. So when that's done, I will show again, God willing, that this thing starts and runs, and I can then get it on the market. So that will be the next video whenever it comes out. As I said, lesson learned. It could have been nasty, actually, looking back. So that's what I've been up to. That and put the gazebo up in the pouring rain over the weekend, last weekend. And Brian came around yesterday afternoon, said, we need to get this thing bolted down tonight because we've got some bad weather coming in. So that's how we spent Friday evening, drilling holes into a concrete base, the brand new, am I allowed to advertise DeWalt masonry bits? And that concrete is hard as iron. I don't know who, well, I do know who laid it, but damn strong stuff, I'll tell you. And we got the holes in place, and some of them lined up and some of them didn't. With coach bolts and the plastic inserts in there. But I use the old bit of something my father told me years about if you put any of the these coach bolts in or anything which needs a bit of force, I use a bit of tallow on the threads. So there's a tip for you here, because I mean without it you can easily snap off these coach bolts. They don't have that much strength to them, even though you might have a big enough hole in the plastic inserts there. So I remember my father gave me a small pot. It was in a fish food container. God knows why. Anyway, why I'll tell you. Dip it in tallow, and then these things just wind in with no problem whatsoever. Tighten them up by hand. Jobs are good. Gazebo's still there, despite Storm Ezra or whatever the storm's called. So there we go. Story of the H household this week. Apart from going to work and all the rest of that nonsense, that's it. That's what we've been up to. Nothing else is coming in. Oh, there is one other thing. All being well, and I do say that with fingers crossed, touching wood and all the rest of it. My mate, who is the powder coater, wants to buy the trike, and he told me this some weeks ago. and he's contacted me a week or so ago saying, I'm going to pop round on Wednesday, Phil, with the cash. So at least then I've paid you and then I can come and collect it in my leisure. Happy with that. So Wednesday came and went, and no, he didn't turn up. However, a phone call on Thursday said, sorry, Phil, couldn't make it. I'm going to be here next Wednesday and I'll drop you the cash. So maybe next week I should be wearing a black armband as the trike is being sold. But I know it makes sense. I really do. And several people, including Mick, has told me to get me finger out and get the damn thing sold. So I will do. There is, would you believe, 43 people watching this silly old fool jabber away, talking about absolute nonsense. And each and every one of you are more than welcome. You know, one of these days I might just do a YouTube stream, or no, a stream, just a film, and I'll sit down and I'll do a Jack Hargreaves. Now, some of you might say, who on earth is Jack Hargreaves? Well, when I was growing up, decades ago, Jack Hargreaves was always on the TV, local TV, Southern TV here in England, and he was a great countryman, and he would talk about fishing, shooting, and all about the country and flowers and horses, and he was a fascinating fella. Who he moved to Dorset, and he lived in Dorset, which is one of our counties that live very, very close. And I used to follow him, and he would often just sit in his, what it turns out was a studio. It sat in his shed, and he'd sit there with his hat and his pipe, and he'd talk about all sorts of nonsense, you know, fishing rods that he got and all this sort of thing. And I was an avid watcher, and whilst most of it didn't go over my head as such, but I just enjoyed the time with him. It was a half-hour program. Then he'd go off and do a video of him either fishing or shooting or riding a horse or doing a wagon. And that leads on to another conversation. Here where I live, just on the outskirts of Salisbury, our local pub that now sadly closed, along with most of them. There was a chap lived here now, and he's dead and gone, bless him. Name of John. I won't tell you his surname because I can't remember it. But he used to use our pub, and he was there most nights at 6 o'clock, and he'd carry this bag, and every night he'd sit there and he'd have a couple of pints of beer, a couple of whiskey macs. If you want to know what a whiskey mac is, it's only blended whiskey with a ginger. I don't know, a gingy cordial or something. It's a very nice taste, actually, especially in the winter. And but he was the local gamekeeper, and he was actually a poacher turned gamekeeper. And I always say that's the best ones. And during the war, I'm going off on a tangent, I know him, but during the war, he lived here in the villages, and he was called up, and he spent the war years, 5 years, whatever, as the official rabbit catcher here in the villages where all the army camps were. So his army time, whatever. Anyway, he taught me to fish, and a lot of other guys that will live around here taught us on how to fly fish. And we'd go all to the different, we call the put and take lakes and the rivers and stuff. And he would describe the different types of weed and where the fish would lay and all the different types of plants. He was a fascinating guy. Bit of a dirty old bugger, to be honest with you. I don't think he was particularly friendly with his bathroom, put it that way. His house was one of those houses, you know, you wipe your feet on the way out. You know, he'd give you a cup of tea. You think, no, I'll leave that, John. I'm fine, honestly. But where have I gone on this story? Oh, yeah. So I forgot where I was going to go now. It's all about John Shepherd. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he would then get the local landlady, make him a sandwich. Never paid for it. And incidentally, he was banned from every fishery in the whole of the area because he pinched the fish. You know, he'd take us, because you have to pay for put and take. And he'd take us and he'd snag a few and put them in his bag out the way. This is the thing, the bag. and he would always rely on somebody to pick him up from the pub, take him home every night, and invariably, he'd have his last whiskey and mac there, and the person to take him home would turn up, and rather than drink this last whiskey mac, he'd pour it into this bag. This is God's true story. And one day he let us know what was in the bag. And what was in there was cold green chips from a chip shop. And this sort of liquid floating around in it. I really don't know if he ever drunk it. I don't even want to think about it, quite frankly. But yeah, well, all about Jack Hargreaves talking about the local. That's what we're trying to get over, about the local people and stuff. And I've got these stories stuck up here somewhere of different people I know who have known me and all the rest of it. And maybe one day we'll sit down and have a yap. 46 people watching this silly old fool. I've got lots of stories. I suppose you do, actually, when you get a bit older, and I'm getting a bit older now. When you start getting a little bit older, all this sort of memory comes back, and you want to share it. You know, I actually wear a T-shirt that says on there, "I know everything, but forgot most of it," and that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. You know, for instance, putting up this gazebo yesterday, marking the spot. Now you can get a pencil and put through the hole and mark it onto concrete. You never find it. Or some people I know used to put a bit of chalk in there and stuff. I was always taught I use a bit of black spray paint. Just spray over, obviously we're in the right place. Spray over the foot, the right color, black, through the holes. If you move it carefully, you'll have 2 black dots, 3 black dots, whatever, where to drill. Just a tip I got years ago for whatever reason. So how we managed to get the holes in the wrong place, I do not know. We tried twisting it, we turned it, we up, down. Anyway, it's up. And it won't fall. Well, if it does fall over, we're all in trouble. There we go. So, enough of this nonsense. Talk absolute nonsense. Let's see let's have a look at the comments. There's 48 people watching. Each and every one of you more than welcome. And yeah, I might. I don't know yet. I'm going through my mind. There's something I need to share. Nothing nasty, nothing like that. And I need to sort of decide maybe at the end of this 2 hours on what to do. But we'll worry about that later on. And I'm not trying to. That's not clickbait, by the way. Definitely not clickbait. That's just me thinking aloud. I've spoke to Annie, and maybe, just maybe, we'll make a decision. I cannot believe there are 50 people watching me like this. I don't know. Maybe because in the normal we just talk. We got a group of friends here from all over the world. We've got Denmark, Canada, Australia. Occasionally Tom turns along. America, where else? UK. Come along. We will have a yap, talk about this, that, and all the rest of it. Sometimes it gets not heated, definitely never ever heated. We don't allow that to happen. But we've all got opinions. And another saying was, opinions are like bottoms. Everybody's got one. And that's not quite the words I would normally use, but we all right, that's enough of this nonsense. Let's have a look in the comments, see who's here, see who'd like to come along this evening, have a yap. And please do come along, don't just sit on the side. It's always good to see everybody, always good to have a yap. So Ken Small Engines, top of the list today. Ken, good evening. I hope you're well, my friend. You're saying good evening to you. And Henry, Big Dog Repair Henry, looking forward to seeing you, mate, as always. And Hobby Motors, Klaus, good evening, my friend. Hope you're well. Mick Hardy, it's good to see you, my friend. Hobby Motor, Ken Small Engine saying hello to everybody else. Mend It Man, hello, mate. How are you? You well? I hope you're well. Good to see you as always. Hobby Motor, Ken Small Engines, Hooked on Classics. Good to see you. Cooked on Simone, I'm sure it's Simone. Yes, of course it is. My God, memory's going. Mick Hardy saying hello to everybody else. As Simone is saying hello to people. I'm going to work my way down through as soon as I can. Al McLean, good evening, Al. Hope you're a friend. Hope you're well, I should say. Man is saying hello to Simone. And everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Where are we? Have we missed anybody at the moment? Not at the moment, thank goodness. I just worked my way down through. Mac 210, good evening, Mac. Excuse me. Chinese takeaway. Frozen. Some weeks ago. Don't recommend it. Mark Wiley, good evening, Mark. Just popped in, have a chat, pick up on a mower or two back soon. All right, my friend, good to see you. I worked my way down through, and I miss you. Please shout. Top Conker send. Oh yeah, if you'll see something there, sound from Zap Splat. That's to advertise the music I use at the beginning of this evening. Apparently, if it's I don't have to pay for it, but you should give your thanks. I don't know, to acknowledgements. Yeah. Jungle Bob Repair, good evening to you, my friend. You're saying hello to people. And Hobby Motor, good evening, Hobby Motor. John Rhodes, hello, John. Hope you're well, my friend. Everybody's saying hello to John. John Rhodes is saying hello to everybody else. Al McLean, good evening, Al. I hope you're well, my friend. I don't think I've missed anybody at the moment. Bill Clement, hello, Bill. My God, you're saying hello to lots of people. Mick Hardy, there we go. Ben's Workshop. Oh, I just jumped again. Sorry about that. Let's put the link out while I'm messing around here. So copy that and put it in there and paste. There it goes. 51 people in the house. Each and every one of you, come along, come and say hello. Please do. It'd be great to see and speak to you all. It really would be. Because it takes the pressure off me. I ain't got to sit here and talk about nonsense, which I'm a dab hand at, to be honest with you. Ben's Workshop. Hello, Ben. I hope you're well, my friend. Stella, the lawnmower lady. Good day, ladies and gents. Stella brings the glamour to this each and every Saturday. Hobby Motors there. Henry saying hello. Man of Wayne. Good evening, Wayne. I hope you're well, my friend. And we're nearly there, aren't we? I think we are. Mixed Mowers and Mower Man. Hiya, Mick. How you doing, my friend? Saw your video today with that mower you just put up for sale. Beautiful looking thing, mate. And the mower weren't bad either. Can't help myself sometimes. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Everybody's saying hello. I'm nearly at the bottom, guys. I'm nearly there. I see the sellers filling up already, which is brilliant. Somebody saying hello to James. James is who? Where are we, James? Oh, Hobby Motor. No, that's not it. We're finding it at the moment anyway. I'm there. Gary Clifton. Hello, Gary. I don't have tonight, guys, a mystery object because I find it incredibly difficult to find something. And when I do find it, I cock it up anyway. BSS Small Engines. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Michael Roberts. Hello, Mike. And we jumped again. Oh, my Lord. Gary Clifton. Hello, Gary. Lewis Morris. Hello, Lewis Morris. That's not your name. We know. No. You can give us a thumbs up, mate. I can see you down there. You have to tell everybody your real name one day, mate. Where are we? Mixed Morris again. Henry. Machinery Nation. Who on earth Machinery Nation? Let me think. James. About time we saw you up here again, my friend. Fag or no fag or the rollies. Bruce's shop's here. Bruce, hello, Bruce. Yeah, you're there, my friend. Machinery Nation. And I'm there. I am, honestly, I think I'm there. Yeah. If I've missed you, please shout. John T. Sorry, mate. I saw you there. Yeah, we're there. We are there. Backwards boys, small engines. How are you, my friend? And there we are. I'm at the bottom. So let's. No doubt I've missed somebody. I always do. I've just dropped 3 people out of the stream. That's a shame. We had 51 at one stage. So let's have a look at all the good-looking dudes. Age comes before beauty. experience comes before me. So good evening, Bruce. How are you, my friend?
You got me.
How are you?
When you said age comes before beauty, I was waiting for Hanker Wayne to show
up. Oh, I'm not sure what Wayne will think about that. I'll have to ask him a minute, mate. Here's one of the boys. Good evening, Ken.
Conker, you win. 24 minutes of saying absolutely nothing.
Absolutely right, mate. Yeah, but did you find it interesting?
Oh, I always felt like I said. Watch the or what do they say? Hire the old people. They're fun to watch.
Right, that's the end of that one. Let's say hello, Hobby.
I got a customer coming in about 5 minutes, so I got to split for 5. So
all right, Ken, it's not a problem, mate. We won't miss you. Don't worry about it.
You said you didn't have a mystery prize. You are the mystery prize.
Well, I might do today. I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, mate. Klaus, hello, mate. How are you?
Oh, what's up, Bruce?
Fantastic.
Spark plug.
Freaking Canadian mosquito.
Hang on a minute. I just have to.
That thing is the size of a wasp.
We don't really have any this year. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, they got a season on them in the fall, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So here's Lewis, whose name is not Lewis, is it, Lewis?
Brock.
No, mate. We're gonna have to change your name on your thingy there.
Well, if we call him Lewis, that's like somebody calling me Pender.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll be back, Phil.
Okay, Ken. Okay, mate.
I thought we were supposed to call you Mr. Pender.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change your name, Brock. I'm sorry, mate. You're gonna have to
just on Sundays.
Yeah, I'll change it.
Okay, mate. And here's my man, Henry. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Hank.
And to everybody that said hi to me in the chat, there were so many I couldn't. Phil, you got a full house tonight. There were so many.
You got a full house again. There's our Wade. Hello, mate.
There he is.
You might want to have a word with Bruce at the moment, I think.
Yeah, on Sunday we could call Bruce Suspender.
I used to get Fender, Bender, Pender all the time, but they just rhymed.
Well, I thought I did a good one in the chat, but I don't think anybody got it because Luke was on and I said, no, he's a Luke alike.
I saw that Luke alike, yeah.
And you did that in another language from your home language.
No, yeah, yours.
So anybody ever see a camouflage moth?
A camouflage moth?
Yeah, camouflage moth. Totally camouflage colors.
Nope.
Saw one. The wife saw one. I filmed it. I told Jake, let's put it up. It's rare to see these things. Never seen one in my life, and I'm 74. Jake said, it's a small engine repair channel. I said, yeah, but I got film with all the flowers to show Bruce.
Excellent, mate. Yeah. So you guys have been as busy as we have or not? Because, well, I mean, I was saying, I don't really think I've been particularly busy. Just stuff happens as it does in this house. So like stuff, as we call it.
Phil, can I interject, Phil?
By all means, Bruce, please do.
Most of us just fix something, tune it up, oil the wheels, and send it out. You take it right down to the crankshaft, get the deck powder coated, and the rewind, resprung, and you do a fine job.
Well, that's kind of you, mate. It's just I don't know what it is in me. It's Mick's always telling me off about doing it. He said, just get it out the window, get it out the door, like, you know. Yeah. If I see something, I thought, well, I can maybe do something with that.
You do beautiful work, and you even did a little repair on the hole in that orange powder coat.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice work.
Yeah, getting anything to stick on powder coat is virtually impossible.
Maybe you should have fixed the hole in the metal before you had it powder coated.
I did, Bruce. I did.
Oh,
and then the grit blaster blew it out because
Brock's laughing.
He's the machine. It's commercial. It's a commercial business, right. And he uses this grit blaster. Like, you know, you could fight a fire with it. That's the power of this damn thing, you know. So it will blow. If there's any weakness, it will blow a hole in it, and it did. But all I do, I just have to grind it right the way back to bare metal.
Looks good.
And then do a fiberglass repair or What's the other stuff I use? Can't think of the name of it.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it now. That's not important. Oh, the two mixed stuff, whatever. JP Weld, that works well.
Yeah.
And also the putty
Yeah.
that
Body putty?
still stick. This stuff.
The steel
This,
stick.
this,
Yeah,
this stuff
you
really,
need
really
together.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody needs that stuff.
Oh yeah. That's from Terrell.
Well, it's the same stuff, mate. I didn't buy this from Taro. I think I can buy this on Amazon. It's JB Weld basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
like
well,
the fast curing JB Weld. It doesn't seem to be hard enough for me. Although I don't have the patience to wait 24 hours either.
Yeah. That's how long it takes.
Yeah, it does take a long time for JB Weld. Yep.
The steel stick seems to last the longest I've seen.
That's where you get like a rollout. You cut a piece off and you mix it.
Yeah, that's right. It's got a
Yeah.
core in it. It's got the putty on the outside, and the core is like a hardener, I guess.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
manipulate it, and it goes off. It goes off very quickly and very, very hard.
Yeah. And it kind of warms up in your hand a little bit by the
that's
chemical
right.
reaction. Yeah.
I
it
don't
does.
understand how it doesn't harden up just by being there, because nothing
right.
divides the
I
two.
know. Yeah.
There's a membrane between the putty and the hardener inside, and you break that up when you.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you can't. Michael there said, "Have I tried welding?" Michael, you've not seen my welding. My welding I've become a professional seagull ship welder.
That's how you start.
I think
Welding's
welding-
all about vision. If you need bifocals, put on trifocals, and then your hood, and then this, and then
I could never see the weld. I put the hood down, and it could be anywhere as far. And I thought when I finished, pick up the hood, and I've gone halfway across the shop with the damn stuff.
you wrote your name in it.
You got-
I was doing a bit of welding repair yesterday, and my shield thing it has that automatic dimming thing.
Yeah,
So it takes batteries.
Oh,
But for some reason, the guy who used it the last time didn't shut it off, so the batteries were complete dead. So after about 15 seconds of welding, I had a big black blob right here wherever I looked.
Oh,
What's going on?
yeah.
So you got flashed.
Yeah, I
mine's
did.
got a little solar recharger in it.
Yeah, I must have bought the cheap version. It's usually
Yeah,
not bad.
you know me. I bought the cheapest one out there.
But this one doesn't have solar thing.
I
mean-
Only batteries.
I think it'd be an ideal YouTube for Henry to do. Is Mike says, Mike Roberts, get Henry to do a video to show him how to do it properly.
You already you have shown it, haven't you, Hank?
Yeah, I did some welding on the red cart, the table that I made go up and down, and then I made another table. Yeah,
You're the Meister, Hank. You know.
yeah. I haven't shown any real, how to weld two pieces together or butt weld or
Flap or
T-weld.
butt or corner. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that one day. I'll cut up a bunch of pieces and do that.
Yeah, I can used to use stick
That's a good
weld. I got
idea.
very good with a stick weld, but to me, the MIG weld, the cowl seems to get in the way. I can't see what I'm doing, or maybe the wire is not long enough. I'm not sure what it is, Henry.
More stick out. Yeah.
Maybe you got it in there too far. You got to be about 1/8 inch, 3/16 away from your material while the wire's coming out.
Yeah.
And then flux scores even longer.
If you go too long, it's going to spatter. Go pop, 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 pop. You don't want that. Yeah.
So when it does that, Hank, you want more distance between the material and the gun.
No, you want
Well,
you want 1/8 inch, 3/16, 1/4 inch tops between your metal and your welding tip.
Okay.
Any further, you're going to have to adjust your
Heat.
heat and gas, basically. And you can't be too far because you're going to get a wire hitting and then backing off, hitting and backing off, And so it's
Can
going
you
to
take the cowl off, Henry?
What's that?
Can you take the cowl off?
Only
on
flux
flux
core.
core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I butted in there.
Nope. No, flux core. They do sell a collar that you put on there just so you don't get the spatter all over your threads for your collar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use
okay.
it. I just use the straight right out of the hose. It works for me.
But you're ruining your threads for a collar if you ever need one. You know.
I was going to say, yeah, Al McLean is right, because when I do welding, that's pretty expensive stuff. I mean, all the flat discs I use on when I do welding it's unbelievable.
No, that makes your weld look
Oh.
good.
Angle grinder.
Everybody's you're only as good as your grinder.
Yeah. You can
I
always make it disappear.
I got a good grinder.
I've had some good luck using everything, and but because I'm a frugal man, I use AC stick and flux core.
I use a
And I
lot of
stick with
stick.
that.
Yeah.
But for lawnmowers and homemade junk, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luke.
Yeah,
Seems
it
to
doesn't
be-
matter how dirty it is with stick,
And there's
Right.
welders out there, professional welders that can do flux core as good as most guys can do MIG. Like if you're good.
Mhm. Yeah, my dad, he was a welder for Fords for 42 years.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you could master flux core, everything else is simple.
Exactly. Oh, flux core and AC. That's the two hard ones.
Yeah.
Of course, the other thing is what I'm trying to weld is a lawnmower body, which is about as thin as tissue paper before you start. So
Hard to do.
Get yourself a piece of copper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suck the heat away.
Yeah, you back it up with copper, and then because weld won't stick to copper, so you
Or
can make,
aluminum too. Aluminium, excuse
well,
me.
copper is better.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
you
copper
put
is
on
better.
the backside or the backside of the deck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
About behind the piece.
Do you know? I never knew that, guys. I just didn't
Okay.
know.
And take it from a rookie, a real rookie. I've tried it because Hank told me a while back, and it works.
Mhm.
Really?
Take two
Before-
magnets to hold it on, and then
Yeah, I'll
just
be right
go
back.
to town and grind down, and it's great.
So
Yeah.
how do you hold it on? You just literally clamp it on or something, I guess.
Clamp
Just,
it on with a couple of magnets, something.
Okay, yeah.
anything to hold it back. That's all.
Yeah, just hold it on the back of it.
Just don't use your fingers. It
Don't.
gets
You won't have any.
Only one.
You'll put your fingers on it once.
So before I retired, I did some accidental welding.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
is that on a car battery?
I look like a dinosaur.
Well,
booger.
it was on a huge 12 inch by half-inch thick bus bar, unfused.
Yeah.
And what happened? This wasn't the scary part. We had the prints for the job on the floor, working away on the prints, and then doing our job and doing down.
Burnt the
And all the
prints.
copper showered down just like a shower, and all the prints started on fire on the floor. So I had to write my boss a little letter after that. Dear boss, oh no, dear Klaus, you're my safety inspector, and I was welding, not welding. I was just using an untaped wrench, and screwed up. If you tape them up, it's a lot safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cheap to reprint prints.
Well, they went back. You don't tell the secretary. You just fold them up, and they go back into the filing cabinet. Nobody knows.
All charred and everything.
In fact, the funeral service I was at just a few weeks ago was the gentleman I was doing the job with this on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well,
It's all fun. It's all fun, right?
Yeah.
I've done
How
it.
was
with
your
a-
holiday, Klaus?
It was fantastic. Just what I needed.
Your wife was dressed to the finest I see every night.
Yeah. I mean, I got this red T-shirt. I didn't think much of it. It was, and she did the washing. She said, "That's a nice quality," and I go, thank you. And then she went, "Thank you." What? And it's now a 90.
Yeah.
So
You or her?
I go to bed every night with Mix Mowers, the mower man. That is a scary thought.
How
Nice.
cool is that?
Yeah, Mick.
Better stop it there.
Yeah, let's stop it there. It was a fantastic vacation. It went
Good.
absolutely 100%. It was supposed to do. The drive down was good. The vacation place was good. The weather was nice. The drive back was great.
Oh, I thought about you.
Except for those damn Italians, right?
No, I have almost the hang of Italians. Some
Well,
of them.
Kenny's married to an Italian gal.
Yeah, I tell you.
Italian, Italian.
Yeah. Phil, how far away are you from Ben's workshop?
I don't know.
Oh.
Where's Ben's workshop to? Do you know?
He's he's from the UK,
Yeah.
That's close.
but I don't know how far he
That's
is
close.
from you.
I
Because
I
there's
don't
a
know.
guy that if you get together with, you can learn welding.
I really don't know where he is, Henry. Maybe in Ben's workshop, or maybe
Be noisy, Ken.
Ben, where you at? I mean, he's in the chat, so
yeah. Well, Mick said he spent 40 minutes from him, so depending on if it's north, south, east, or west from Mick,
yeah.
I would know.
Good one, Stella.
Ben's about
More than
40
600 miles. The whole country's only 600 miles.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
north.
It's only that far on the map. Yeah.
He's northeast from Mick's Mowers, the mower man.
Well,
By-
everything's northeast to mix.
Northeast, yeah, that would make him farther away from me then.
Oh, okay.
Northeast, the mixed motors. Okay, yeah, he's a fair step away then. For us, at least, you guys in Canada, America, you do 5 hours, don't think twice about it, you know.
Our roads are straight.
Well, exactly. I mean, we don't have a straight road.
It's like the road between Dallas and Fort Worth reminded me of my first
Oh,
girlfriend. No
Yeah.
curves.
Yeah.
I wonder what you were going to say there, Bruce. I'll be honest with you.
I did okay. I kept it pretty clean there.
Yeah, you did very well, mate. You did very, very well.
We have roads like that up here too.
What are you drinking, Klaus? Anything nice?
Yeah, it's an American lager, dry hopped.
Mm.
Okay.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Wars Light, yeah.
Good, like, good
I'm
silver
going to
bullet.
just get something. I'll be right back.
Marks and Spencers.
Oh, San Miguel. All right.
What you got there, Henry?
Watermelon.
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 Where's the alcohol in that, Henry?
Oh, I don't drink alcohol.
You know,
No.
It's good for you, mate. It's good for the heart.
Yeah.
I hope you're chicken.
I really hope so, Phil.
Gordon to that, he'll live to be 120 by the looks of things.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. Mm.
So, Ken, you're a bit quiet there, mate, apart from eating your crisps.
That's all right.
He's a
Talking of which. Yeah, look.
What's that?
Mini
Mini.
cheddar.
Mini cheddars. Nice.
Lovely. I'm addicted to the damn things. They're made with Leicester cheese.
Oh, good stuff.
What you got, Wayne? What you got to snack on?
0.
0 today?
0.
You want one of
today.
these, Wayne? Oh. Do you want one of these, Wayne? There you go. Look.
Tums don't count, Henry.
Oh,
There you go.
That's
Ken's got the stuff snacking on Tums.
You know what's funny? Now that I start getting older, everything gives me heartburn anymore.
I know.
Everything.
Yeah. Everything. Yep.
I cannot understand why.
Same with me.
And I asked my doctor, and she's like, "Well, at your age," I said, "Well, I'm only 47 years old." What are you talking about?
Oh, you're over 45, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready to go to pasture, eh, Brock?
Yeah, I'm ready. Not yet. I tell you what, if I do another jet ski, I might go there early.
Don't do that. I water skied 10 years ago at the age of 57.
Wow. I better
On
get
one,
on the ball.
on one ski too.
On one ski.
Not bad for an old fart.
Yeah, not bad.
What do you do? The other one, did you?
I don't have the power to take off on one, but I was able to drop one at the dock at the second.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. It's a big one. I'm
The
working
answer
on
is
a
no.
About changing oil?
Yeah, it's
There you
technical. Lawnmowers. Is that all right? Oh, how can I do this?
Pass me in there.
Look at that bad boy.
That's a
Man,
nice
that's
one.
nice.
It's 19-year-old,
Has it got a Tecum's on it?
19 years old Tecumseh.
Is that a green bottom?
It's only got about an hour's time on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's never been used.
Yeah.
I thought it had a blown or a sheared flywheel key because it stops at high compression, right? And yanks it right out of your hand. I changed the flywheel key, even changed the coil, and it's still yanking out of my hand. So I think this thing has a defect from the factory. Either the main timing gear on the cam is out 1 degree or something's happened to the decompression.
Yeah, decompression, I would say.
Can I show it to you? Like it's almost.
It's probably a jump of tooth, Bruce, because the decompression it wouldn't kick back. You know.
Yeah, look at the. If I can show you, I don't know if I can. Look at the front tires on that. It's a front wheel drive too.
Wow.
Where'd you get
Look
that?
at how nice those tires. Oops.
Where'd you
Got
get
to take it back on warranty.
Some
Yeah,
old lady-
19 years ago.
it? Yeah.
Not a scratch on it, eh?
That's a
I don't
green
think there's an
bottom.
hour on the whole machine.
Wow.
I love Tecumseh.
I do too. Sorry, Mick. Well, do you think it's a slip or probably I think it's been misassembled from the factory because it doesn't
Yeah.
have an hour on it.
It's got to be.
Does it have a decompression on it?
It sure should have. It's a 6.75 horsepower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's out of timing. And if it's out
Yeah.
of timing and it's not the key, then it's got to be internally in the gears.
The head is really easy to take off, and I've got an extra head gasket. I could probably just pop the head off and see if the valve is going beep, the exhaust valve.
Did you see if the shaft was bent at all?
No, it's good.
It's good.
Well,
No vibration or nothing?
A little, but I haven't balanced the blade yet. Yeah, it's interesting.
And
isn't
with
it?
that one there, Bruce, even if you pulled the plug out, you can't see the spark plug. You can't see the piston. It's off to the left. The spark
That's
plug.
right. But I can
Yeah.
probably put a screwdriver in there and feel if the exhaust valve is doing the decompression push.
Right, because you
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be able to check that on if the valves are closed off and see where the magnet of the flywheel is in comparison to the coil.
It seems to line up to me.
Oh, yeah?
It seems to be the magnets are coming on just as it's going to top dead center, maybe 3/4 of an inch before it gets to the coil, which is
Yes,
about
that's
right.
about that's
You need
about
you need some timing advance.
yeah,
right?
that's it. Yeah, because I just did exactly that same mower on a Craftsman this morning.
This one sure is in beautiful condition, though. Like
Great.
even the nubs are still on the front wheel drive tires.
Yeah, looks good.
Great.
Yeah, Mark Hardley wants to know if anybody's having a problem with those plastic carburetors. Are they get?
Yeah.
Anybody having a problem?
Yeah,
Always.
yeah. They plug up with a little piece of grass.
Yeah.
Like
But
they're
you have
steadily getting plugged up, and a lot of the times Jake ordered a bunch of the modules. So like if there's something stuck in, then we'll clean it. But if there's nothing stuck in, we don't see nothing. We just put a new module in and ship it back out.
But Mick was asking if you have problem getting carbs.
Yeah.
Getting them.
Purchasing. Oh.
No.
Well, they're available on Amazon over here, no problem whatsoever.
Unless you want to spend high dollar.
Can
No,
I
the
finish I want to
Yeah.
give you the rest of the sad story on this mower. He's about 45, moved to Red Deer. He's a minister. He left his lawnmower back in Eastern Canada. And some jerk said that he was a mechanic and he sold this to him for $200
Wow.
and said that it was running too fast too, like at 4,500 RPMs. And he said,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just a mulcher blade. It makes more noise than a normal blade.
I gotta use
Yeah,
that.
and then it was running so fast. I just took a pair of pliers and it's been sitting so long. The throttle butterfly was stuck, so I got it
Yeah.
moving back and forth.
Seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I power cleaned the carburetor, ultrasonic the car.
Ultrasonic.
So it runs really good now, but it's just really dangerous to start.
Yeah. That was your last video, right, Bruce?
No, this one's not on the screen yet.
Oh.
And it's got the right plug in it, right?
It didn't. When I got it here, it had a little chainsaw plug in it, and I put a BR2LM in it. And the guy said he was a mechanic. Like, how could you rip off a minister that's been in town for a year? Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty freaking low, man.
We had a guy show up at the house yesterday, wanted to know who lived across the street from us. which just happens to be, if you try to find Jake's business on Google, it shows the house across the street. Somebody was selling all kinds of equipment, deposit required, and when somebody asked for the address to view it, it showed up across the road. So they came over and they said, "Hey, are these the people that live across the road?" I said, "Not even close. The guy's like 90."
Oh my god.
So anyways, we had to put it out on Facebook. It's a big scam, eh? Somebody taking deposits and not selling anything, just taking the money and running.
Wow. No.
But
way.
who would give a deposit sight unseen though? You know,
There
Oh,
are
you'd be
people that
surprised.
do it.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big scam right now on Marketplace.
Yeah, the
Big scam.
one that killed me was the zero turned for 1,500. I said, "Geez, it must not have an engine or have any tires.
Tires, yeah.
It's just got to be a frame for
The rolling
1,500."
chassis, yeah. Yeah, that's a big scam. Like what they do is that they say, "I'll deliver it," and then they give them like 20 or 30 bucks, like Venmo it or whatever,
Yeah.
and then they never show up.
Yeah.
Well,
They
ask,
just keep on doing
ask,
it, keep on doing it.
ask the lawnmower detective about his toolbox that he paid $100 for.
Still
Oh
not here.
Yeah.
man,
Never
I don't
got
think he ever expected to get it. I think when he paid it, he's like, "This is going to be a good story." I'm going to turn my light off. It's quite bright.
Now, if he would have paid by PayPal, then he would have got his money back.
Yeah, I pay everything by PayPal online.
Yeah.
But,
You pay
I
a
mean,
percentage, but
in honesty,
it's a
guys,
safe way.
if a buyer is dumb enough to give a down payment to someone they don't
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
it's almost like they deserve it.
You know, if you've got an old guy like me that says, "I prefer cash," that's probably the best guy to pick because you know he's going to be legit.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they don't take PayPal, don't even go there.
Right.
yeah. Last year I went to go buy an outboard motor off a guy. He had two of them. I was going to buy both, and he's like, "Yeah, I can deliver them." I'm like, "Well, you know what? I'm out of town right now. Yeah, that'd be good, you know." And then I started to think, I'm like, "Well, no, hold on a second. He wants his money
Yeah.
up front." I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that."
No.
Yep. And then I seen it like a month later, still on there. He's just doing the same thing. Just,
Yeah.
you know.
I went to a little music venue last night. It was blues music, two bands, just great, you know. And there was somebody scraped off the ID off of 30 tickets and resold them.
Ooh.
Like it was just a small venue, 150 people, you know. But it's a community event, you know, ran by volunteers, and some scumbag
Yeah.
scrapes off 30 tickets and sells them. Gee,
Scams are every,
They're all out there,
everywhere.
Bruce. They are out there.
they are. And
and it doesn't matter how young or old people are either. No.
there ain't no wrong way to do right, and there ain't no right way to do wrong.
Fair saying. Fair saying. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
That was one of the songs last night. Can you hear it in the blues? Eh? One way to do you wrong. It's great.
Yeah, I know. I had
Will's got a little limp. I better see what's happening to her. Not
Oh.
walking down the driveway too good.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. Must be too much golfing.
Uh-huh.
Good for her. Him. Was it your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't, it's been so hot. We haven't been, we got out a few times, but it's been too hot to go out golfing. I'm not dying on a golf course.
No.
Man, we've lost 4 firefighters in
Yeah.
BC
I know,
here.
it's bad.
Fighting fires, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Nova Scotia, they lost a bunch of people too fighting
Yeah.
fires.
Man.
The smoke has let up for us. I don't know about anybody else. Any of you guys got smoke from our fires?
Yeah, it's pretty clean over
Well,
here now.
Yeah.
We had it about 3-4 weeks ago. There was
Okay. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
the Met guy said there was something. I couldn't smell anything, but then
We
again,
could.
everything smells of gasoline in my show. So
I'm Brucey.
Wasn't that funny on my last video where I didn't put the bull plug in and the mower came without fuel or without oil anyway, and then I dump a half a liter in and it just goes blue.
That's the one I seen. Yeah.
I don't think I commented on that one, but my comment
Thank
was
you,
going to
Wayne.
be I could hear everybody yelling, the plug, the plug, the plug.
The plug.
I think I'm the only one that actually edits that stuff in.
My
Oh,
wife
yeah,
says,
you
"You know,
keep
you
filming it.
they can't hear you."
Like I wish I would have been Jake would have been filming when I destroyed that sledgehammer handle.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not on film. But if it's on film, he'll leave it in if he films it. But rarely we screw up when he's filming. You try to be careful what you're doing.
I just film everything and then I put it together after. That's part of my problem. My videos are very amateurish.
Well, I mean,
People laugh at it.
It is what it is. And if you can't
Yeah.
laugh at the fun stuff,
No,
If you can't laugh at yourself, then you're in trouble.
that's what my wife said. My wife said, "You know, they yell at you too, like you yell at them."
Yeah.
Yeah, that mop of yours, Bruce, has seen more gasoline than a transport truck carrying fuel.
That thing can be a Viking sword.
I keep it outside.
No, I think the only thing I edit out is if I hurt myself, I tend to swear a little bit.
Yeah, the whole thing goes purple from language.
Quite a lot.
It's not just one word; it's a whole sentence, right?
It is.
Yeah, but it's Danish cussing.
And if it's really bad, I will toss the tool out of and smash something else. But it's that second when you go.
Yeah.
I want to find a beat button because I do a lot of non-Christian words on my show.
Yeah. So do I.
Me
But
too.
those I do edit out because
I left the time in and I just went bleep.
yeah, like beep 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 beep.
I think it's when you stub your little toe in the door. You suddenly realize you can speak 7 different languages.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's how, and the day kind of starts that way and it just keeps on going.
Yeah, and we've all done it, haven't we?
It's like those days when you have the dropsies.
Yeah.
Whatever you touch, it ends up on the floor. And
Man, you ain't lying.
yeah.
We don't know that, Phil, huh?
So Kenny, how are you doing? How you doing, Kenny?
Ken.
Don't wake him up.
I mean, as far as the working goes on the equipment.
No, I did 2 things today. One yesterday. No, getting back in it. Yeah, getting back in it. Yeah.
You're being
Do
unfun.
what you feel like doing.
Yeah, like I said, that 2 weeks ago we had that 90+ weather. I just didn't want to do crap.
No. Even us, we wanted to not do anything.
My
we
garage
had to take turns going into the shop under the fan because if you had to go outside under umbrella, it was too hot.
Yeah.
I'm really lucky because my garage is dug down 2 feet into the ground, so it's like a little basement, and it's quite cool most of the time.
Plus, you got permafrost, right?
Yeah, well, almost.
Yeah. You notice I was getting
It leaves the ground in May.
lately.
Don't you guys have air conditioning in your shop?
Where, us? No. We got
You
a
don't?
$650 industrial fan that I think was made by SpaceX. You put it on low speed, it takes half your hair off. You put it on high speed, it'll take it all off.
I'm going to take a break and just see if that exhaust valve is giving me a little kick for the decompression. I'll just take a break and come back.
Plus we've got an air conditioner, but if we put it in, we got to open the car and a half door to get stuff in. We just lose it all.
Yeah, that's me too. Because I open up. I got one in this room right here, and then I just open up this door when it gets too hot. But as soon as I kick it on, somebody knocks at the door.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Jake said I could use it at night when I'm watching the fights and watching movies in the shop.
I kicked on the air conditioner last month, and I got my bill this month, $300.
Yeah, mine was $347. But you know what, Hank? Worth every penny.
Yeah, every penny.
It was hot.
Yeah.
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 Glad we're not in California where they got rolling blackouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't have air conditioning.
If we didn't convert, Hank, it probably would have been twice that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You ever been in a brownout? Those are weird.
We used to have those here where they would make us shut down the factory floor with 10 minutes notice. We'd have to shut down the whole factory.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, them brownouts are weird. Yeah. Lost a
But-
couple of TVs that way.
The only time they were speaking about that was during last spring, or this spring, because of apparently power supply in Europe was screwed up because of the Ukrainian-Russian thing.
Excuse me.
So They were talking about brownouts, but usually we never see them here.
Wait. Phil, zoom in again.
Yeah, I think he's trying to see.
Not
if
me.
Not Bruce.
Oh, you put the Benny Hill on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want Phil to get copyrighted.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hey, can you like how I noticed that tune right away?
Oh yeah, I tell you, I wish that would be public because it would be
I know,
appropriate for
man.
about half the videos out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
when
it.
you
That-
want to do that double speed, is that just something you set on your camera, on your GoPro for double speed? If you were filming something and you want to go double speed like that,
I can't
do-
figure that out.
I do that in editing.
Editing, yeah.
Editing, yeah.
where when you say editing, what on the
On the computer.
Yeah, when you edit your video, you could double speed it, triple speed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Can
that's
you?
how I do
Oh,
it.
right.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you could do it live. No.
I think you do time lapse, can't you, on the camera? or
Time lapse.
something?
You could, mine, you could do slow mo. I don't know if you could do fast. How would you do fast though? How would it speed up?
Yeah.
Time lapse, they call it.
Camera. Time
Yeah.
lapse, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know how to do it on my damn.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me try that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Portrait, photo, video, slow mo, time lapse. All right, I'm gonna do time lapse right now. See what happens.
I thought that was going to go over on the floor then, Bruce.
Oh yeah.
It still might. It still might.
I like that stilt you got there, Bruce.
I'm doing time lapse. I'm wondering if it's gonna play back fast. All right, so I did time lapse, so now I stopped. Let me play it back. See what happens. Let's see. Ready and yeah, it does. Yeah, if you use time lapse, here I'll show you. If you do time lapse,
So if you do time lapse,
hold on.
is that an Android?
No, iPhone. But if you do time lapse, and then you play it back, where is it? Come on, you son of a gun!
Ken's our IT department.
No, not really. Wait a minute. Hold on. All right, ready? And where's the button? Damn it.
Over to the
Come on, you son
to the
of a gun.
left. Or you're right.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Yeah,
there was something like
just do what they call time lapse. When you play it back, Conk, it automatically plays back fast. Interesting.
But why would you want to do that?
Well, if you know you're going to do something that's going to take 25 minutes and you really don't want it to be that long, just hit that so you won't have to edit it faster. That's all.
Yeah.
Because there's times when I'm taking something apart, and it's like they don't care what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I use fast forward and slow speed all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
What's Mick saying? Hank did a video at 125. Yeah, I remember that one.
125 mile an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I changed oil in 2 different things and changed the spark plugs and everything in about 1 minute.
That's fast. That's production right there.
Yeah.
What's he up to now? Hang on.
I'm not feeling a exhaust bump on that exhaust valve. All I'm feeling is it opening and closing as I rotate it. So it could be the decompression. I could take that little tiny door off and watch the valves go back and
Check
forth
the valves, yeah.
instead of pulling the engine apart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Did he give it to you? Or he wants it fixed, Bruce.
No, he paid $200 for it,
Oh,
and I'm giving him a deal to fix it because I just feel he's been ripped off. And
Yeah.
you know, like for me, this isn't a shop; it's a hobby, and then the YouTube is where the attention is spent.
That's exactly what. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, I'm a flipper, but the ultimate goal is to do the YouTube.
The ultimate goal for me is to get the damn thing running, make a video, and then either return it to the customer.
Yeah.
Oh, I did my buddy's HR 215 Honda. It had a bad top seal in the. That wasn't the video you guys saw, but I changed the top seal, and before I did it, I sprayed it with soap, and I just put a little bit of air into the to the crankcase, and the soap bubbles just bubbled right up over top of the crankshaft.
Wow.
So I put a new shaft in, or put a new seal in there, and I had to silicone it around the edges. And I got the idea from Terrell.
Terrible.
Because the seal was still rotating with the crankshaft. So I just, the hot gasket silicone glue.
RTV.
I put that on the edge of the seal. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I must admit, you go on to Toro's streams. He's a wealth of information and
He's
fixing.
a good mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Bad
that
set of
guy-
teeth. Bad set of teeth, but a good mechanic.
Well, he spent quite a few years in the business.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. He was at his brother's place first, and then he got his own. Yeah.
Did you guys see him do that Chinese mower? With the side shaft thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them over here yet, but,
Oh,
but they're bound to come here too.
They're
That was
terrible.
crazy, right?
I have a
That's,
Power Smart out here. It's a year and a half old, and I
Bad.
couldn't fix it.
Bad, Bruce, bad. Power
Bad.
smarts are terrible.
We
Yeah.
call them power, not so smart.
The
Power
carburetor started.
mowers, power
Didn't you
mowers
just-
are
Power
good.
mowers are okay.
Didn't
but
Jake
Power
just do one
Smart-
on them Power Smart?
Pardon
Who?
me?
Jake.
On a Power Smart?
Yeah.
I don't know if he did a Power Smart. I know he's done a bunch of power mowers.
Yeah, I've done some power mowers too.
And we
Yeah.
have fixed one or two Power Smarts, but the big problem is getting parts on the
What-
Power Smarts.
That's a bat.
That's Batman. Ooh.
Batman.
A guy had a camera. He had a camera in his bat house.
So that Power Smart is the one where that exhaust valve was ticking when I pull the rope. You can hear it go tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I have one also that I'm working on right now that it ticks and it's brand new.
Right.
So what
Yeah.
happened is that my neighbor over here, he bought it, and I told him, I said, man, I would not buy that thing. He was like, oh, it's
brand
online
new.
only, it's $140. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, then
They look really nice.
the handlebars came in, and he just threw it right in the trash. So me being a good Samaritan, I went and picked it over there.
Yeah.
I'm working.
You're
on
right,
it
Wayne.
now.
They're really a cute mower. They look like a Honda clone. They have the angled
Yeah.
GCV 190 type case,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Engine
looking
case.
machine.
but it's got a Kohler type carburetor with a 1/4 inch inlet instead of the 3/32 or whatever the Honda is.
I call it a mutt. It's got like all kinds of different
Yeah, it is a
if
mutt.
you know what you're looking at, like us, it's like, wow, man, how many different people did they clone on this one?
They just had to make too many engineers happy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
No, and then it's like buying stuff at Canadian Tire. Like I went to Canadian Tire the other day and I just showed Jake the video. I videoed all the equipment they sold, like riding mowers and push mowers, self-propelled mowers. Then I went in to show the people where you could find the air filters and everything. And I said, coming up, watch carefully. There's something missing. And as I'm traveling by, I show the cables. There's one brake cable and 2 universal throttle cables. Those are the only cables you can buy at Canadian Tire.
Yes,
None of them fit any of the equipment they sell.
but the customer thinks they're buying a brake cable.
They think they're getting, like, you're going to be able to get air filters and,
Yeah.
and blades, but if it comes down to anything else, like the cables on it, you got to get in touch with McCann Air in Quebec and order it.
I got to interrupt you, Wayne. We don't call it Canadian Tire out here. We call it Cambodian Tire.
Yeah.
Cambodia.
They do have a nice oil selection though.
Oh, their oil. So I sent you a picture, Klaus. So they have the best. They have got a great oil selection, and there's sprays and lubricants and the white greases and all that stuff. They have it.
Yep,
Right?
they do in
Oh,
all
that's-
brands and all qualities.
Everything else is just junk.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
they must.
I actually bought some tools once. There,
Yeah.
some. I think it was maybe their own brand. Some
Mastercraft.
screwdrivers. Yeah,
How
That
about
was
grip
okay.
there?
Or Magnum, or I think it's
I think it was Mastercraft.
Yeah.
I have it. I mean,
good
I bought
guaranteed
them out.
for life.
Gear wrench they still sell gear wrench, and they're a pretty good wrench.
Yeah, I like gear wrench.
So Klaus is the oil guy here, and Canadian Tire must have figured out that they never changed the price sticker on their Castrol GTX 10W40. They had left it at like $24.95 for 5 liters.
Wow.
So I went in there and bought 25-liter jugs one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the next time I go there, it's $54.95.
Oh.
Oh, then remember our American
I
friends,
did,
the dollar
and
is
it-
only worth 74
Yeah,
cents.
and it said my savings was like $640 or something from the regular price. Now you go. That's it. That's when it's on sale. Now it's on sale for I think $31 or something plus tax.
Your tune-ups are all getting 1040.
Yeah.
Well, no, on the older equipment, we're running 10W40.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all the Kawasaki's they call for 10W40.
Nah, not all of them. But
Well, most of the ones we get,
why? I'm just asking.
but the heat range is the same on the high end.
What would the benefit be of putting a 10W40 in an older machine versus
It's just,
10W30?
it's
Little
just
less
got a
oil
little more
burning.
viscosity for the rig wear.
Saturdays, huh?
But
Say hello, Mama.
Most of these people never change their oil in a lifetime.
Hello, Barack's wife.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, guys.
And girl.
He's even got you in the intros now.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
How
the
we hang
shop
out
is
on
a
Saturdays?
the shop is a bar also,
I
eh?
can't get, I can hardly get Trudy to show up.
Yeah.
just tell her I'm here, Bruce. She'll show
Well,
up.
Yeah.
today's her day off, so you know.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, you guys still have to work.
Where'd you find a young lady like that, huh?
Oh, we met on a blind date 25 years ago.
Well, you lucked
Still
out.
blind. Still blind, guys.
Still
You guys having
blind.
fun?
Yeah.
Does she answer the phone for you when you're busy and tell the customer,
Stella.
oh, it's probably a
Stella?
flywheel key. It'll take X dollar.
Hey, believe it or not, she knows a lot about
Yeah.
small engines. I'll tell you
What
that.
is Mrs. P? She's really getting good at it now.
Yeah.
Stella, you sure that one wasn't Irene?
No,
Looked like
that
Irene.
actually it did. It was actually a friend of mine who's a scooter buddy whose name is Juan, and he knows I do videos, and he'd gone to a street festival or fair or something, and one of these little embroidery shops. So he totally won, and that's what he got. And he said he went ahead and paid her for it anyway. It was really horrible, and that's why I suggested it was the first day on the jobs. It was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Stella.
Yeah,
How you
a lot
doing?
of fun.
You all right?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Phil.
Good.
Sorry I'm
Good.
late, but
Well, as long
Right.
as you've got a note for your granny, that's fine.
Brock, you
Stuff-
make sure you don't go and get a
stuff
shirt
happens.
made at that place, eh?
What is that?
You make sure you don't go to that one place to get a shirt made with your name on it. Instead of Brock, it might say something wrong.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No,
So he
I
said-
just had trying to have fun with it. That's all I'm doing. So
Nice
if
overall, Stella.
I'll be
if I
getting
can have
in a
fun
minute.
with it, that's what's important.
Will you leave me? Hey, you give me some ice.
Well, here, I'll trade you.
You want to trade me?
Hey Ben,
Hey Stella, I was just watching a video and a guy took his cat and he took 2 pieces of fly paper, went like that with his paws.
oh,
Going crazy.
that's so
all around the
mean. That's so mean. Actually, the real mean one is you put one on the front left and the right rear.
Yeah,
That's
house. Are you talking from experience?
stop
asking
moving.
me. No, me. I never.
Nah.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Well, what I will say is kids can be really mean. Let me just leave it right there.
Oh yeah.
I better put my mower down so it doesn't come slamming down. eh?
Live action.
How come you don't make that wider, Bruce?
2 feet's good.
If you make him,
That's a 21-inch. No, that's a 22-inch mower, and it fits on there.
Oh yeah.
if you make it wider, Hank, it gets
Yeah.
wobbly to the sides.
Yeah.
When you tilt stuff, it loses balance.
So I got a sale on the.
I'm
piece of
talking
plywood.
2 inches on each side.
I
Yeah,
got a sale on the
I
plywood.
yeah, not much.
Yeah. What I did is I put on one side of mine a piece of aluminum channel, so it can't go off.
Well, sometimes I've got big, heavy snow blowers up there, and I need the width for the wheels and stuff, so it works for me.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you get that from Princess Auto, Bruce?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. They sell that at
You go to the
9 years
counter and you ask for a Pender lift. See if they'll find one for you.
Google Pender lift, it'll come up.
Yeah.
Google Pender lift. It shows up.
Yeah.
I've had that one 9 years.
Yeah, Mick, you're right.
Yeah, I think Mick's got one, honey.
Mickey's got one that's about twice the size.
Yeah,
I think they're like $250 now or more.
Or more, I think.
Yeah.
Wow,
I got-
9 years?
I got
Wow.
mine at Canadian Tire 10 years ago, and I think I paid $125 on sale.
Yeah, I paid
one of the
189.
big ones, Wayne?
The one like Bruce, the Pender lift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Dang, that makes me feel old, guys, because this motorcycle lift I realized I got in 2009.
Let's see.
Yeah, I bought one like you got there too, Stella, and I think I paid $189 for it. Now they want $400 for it.
Oh yeah. No, and the one I bought, when I bought it, I could pay an extra $30 and go ahead and get the pneumatic piston on there. And
Really?
it had better wheel chocks on it, not the little cheesy plates. It had
Yeah.
for real wheel chocks on it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, and I didn't have air in my shop at the time. I was like, yeah, I'll get that and, pay for it. And,
Yeah.
and then, 4 years later, I got a compressor to go in my shop and it was like, score.
Yeah.
Well, I do the fast motion jack up on every video, and a
Yeah.
lot of kids like that, so I just
Yeah.
stay with it.
So we had a YT 4000 riding mower come in today. The guy didn't want to spend a lot of money on repairing it, just get it to start and run. So all it needed was a new fuel filter, the pulse hose for the fuel pump, and the new air filter, and it ran. But the top of the deck had enough mud and dirt on it that you could have grown potatoes.
Oh,
I took a piece of crabgrass that was growing there that in diameter was over 12 inches in diameter. I grabbed it, and when I picked it up, the dirt that stuck to it, I guarantee it weighed 10 pounds.
wow.
And I didn't clean the deck off for the guy because when he came to pick, we called him up, asked him how much further he wanted us to go. And the guy came to pick it up, and his bill was like $110. He was happy. It ran. And I said, now you got to get the grandchildren or somebody to clean this deck, buddy, because you're not going to have a deck pretty soon. And you got basically that lawnmower, even though it's used to replace it, it's like $4,000.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
you know,
crazy.
There could be dirt in the fins, and you don't know.
Oh, I said in the dry grass, if the rubber belt is hitting it, it could ignite.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about that one that Cheryl just had that had the fire?
Yeah, with the leaves. Yeah.
Yep.
But his came from the muffler.
Yeah.
But I've seen him start a fire from
Cones.
belt
Cones.
rubbing against dry grass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
cones,
for sure.
Cones,
Cones, yeah.
pine
Cones.
cones. That they can get wedged in and they will catch fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
pine cones are full of tar, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pine resin.
like creosote.
Yeah.
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 Well, I had a guy bring me a Toro Time Master Zero Turn, and that's all it was. A chewed up
Pine cones.
sorry, I saw something out the window. Yes, a pine cone that had just derailed his belt, and it was like, I mean, it's kind of easy, but some people just don't know what to look for.
Yeah.
Now, pine cones will they do all kinds of weird stuff to mowers. They get caught in the weirdest places.
That time master, you had to time the blades on that one, right? The dual blade that you got to time the
On the
blades?
push ones, yeah.
No. This is a zero turn rider.
okay.
With,
No, I think that's on them X marks that you gotta time it, right?
I don't know.
Anything
Tell us freaking.
We have these front mounted.
Go this way.
A lot of those front mounted mowers here, where the deck
Right.
is out front.
Gotcha.
And
Big
some of
stall.
those are timed, and I mean when people run into stuff with those, all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm.
The gears are plastic, and it's a rubber tooth belt, And
Oh shit!
I mean, I've had a guy in who he was really unlucky because apparently the blades were just right on, I don't know, too much power, and they collided. The whole deck went.
Mhm. John
So,
Deere's does that. Yep.
Mine doesn't. I got the triple Piranha deck with the 3 blades.
Yeah.
Are they
And
timed?
and they're one's in front of the other, and they overlap by a half an inch, but
But
front
but
to
they're
back, not like this.
they're not timed, are they?
No, they're not.
Anybody hear of Synex? New lawnmower equipment?
No.
The next. No.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's called Synex. It's being sold by Canada Power Technologies. Says they've
Is
partnered
that with a
with
C or an S?
what Senix. Says they partner with YAT, YAT, which is Your Advanced Technology, is a national distributor bringing the Synex branded products to Canada.
Straight from
So
China.
So we might, I don't know. We got to call them up because, like, we've got an account with them, so we might buy a piece from them just to see. But before we buy it, the questions we'll ask the agent is, number one, do they carry all the parts we need in the event that something goes wrong?
Yeah.
But the stuff's got a 3-year warranty.
They'll
Oh, wow.
say yes, but they might
How
not.
many pieces of how many lawn equipment are you going to buy that's got 3-year warranties? Not very many.
No.
It almost looked like a Ryobi a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. But I'm going to guess it's Chinese.
Yeah.
Well, like here's
3-year warranty though.
Here's the
Yeah,
motor.
well, that's good to
There's the
say.
motor.
It's all
Oh,
wonderful.
wait a minute.
Well,
Look at
looks like a lawnmower.
You gotta
Make him
start
big,
carrying it,
Phil.
Wayne?
Make him big, Phil. Oh well, too late. Phil's bored.
No, I thought it was Mick.
Doing his taxes.
Wayne, it'll probably be like the Power Smarts, and you can't get it.
Yeah, they've got the Briggs engines on them.
Oh, do they got Briggs engine?
EX625 Briggs.
Huh.
We got a brand over here called GGP, which is a European version of AYP, that big factory, Italy. And they have multiple brands under them. Stiga is one of them. Mountfield is another.
Right.
And you get a tractor. It's a nice looking tractor. It's got a Briggs & Stratton engine. It's got a hydro gear gearbox, and there are big stickers on their hydro gear, Briggs & Stratton. Everything between the engine and the gearbox is made in PRC.
Oh no way.
And it sucks.
I'll do that, Gary. I will do that. If the chap comes up with the money, I will. I've made that. Funny enough, I was only sorry I interrupted you there. Beg your pardon.
That's fine. That's fine. No problem.
I was only talking to Mick about it yesterday. I made up my mind now. It's going to go. End of.
When you're taking it to the pub, you should
for the
hop
money.
on it and take your video camera to the pub with it.
I used to ride it down to the pub. Of course, now our pub's gone now anyway. But
Pub's gone.
yeah, all our pubs over here are closing down. We're losing pubs on a daily basis here.
No kidding.
So you got to drink more.
Compensate.
It's going to
So
be a
why
dry.
are they closing down?
Price-wise, it's just the fact they can't make any money.
Yeah. Tourist town?
Big pardon?
Is it a tourist town?
Where we are, Salisbury, yeah, it is iconic because we got the tallest spire in the country, in fact, in Europe, and we've got Stonehenge, which is close to us, which you've all heard of, and Salisbury itself is an old market town.
Salisbury steak.
Well, if you look it up, guys, Salisbury, Wiltshire, Salisbury steak that's hamburgers, isn't it? Salisbury steak. Yeah.
Hamburger, gravy, potatoes.
Yeah,
Nobody makes it anymore because it has to be cooked.
Yeah, you got to beat it with a stick.
Oh, really?
Well, have you lost any anchors in the town at all?
I beg your pardon, sorry.
Well, have you lost any anchors in the town at all lately?
Large
Lost any what? Sorry.
anchors, large business.
Anchors.
Not boat anchors either.
Look at this, guys. Look at this.
there we
That's
go.
pretty decent.
There we go.
I nearly
The
got you.
beauty queen.
Banana boat town.
I nearly got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
it's
tent videos went over well.
the tent one.
I
was
thought
fun.
Project Man tent went up. He did that paint booth one. I figured yours was going to go up like that, but big trouble.
No,
I noticed in
Because
the first
well,
video.
it's not ours. It's friend of ours. It's the lady. She does the jumping up and down lessons for that Annie goes to. You know, the
Yeah.
Zumba and all the rest of that nonsense. And Brian is again, her husband is a good friend of ours. They were going to a festival the following weekend, and it was a brand new tent they bought, and they've never put it up. So they said because their garden's not big enough, so they brought it here. And all I've got ever since then is Ken, the pervy git, just keeps talking about I'm not wearing a bra.
Well, Nick and I are going to her Zumba classes to watch her jump up and down.
Oh, Phil, you should name it the Tent of Ill Repute. You know.
Yeah.
I like the comments on your video though. That everybody was saying you could store equipment in there. You could store lawnmowers in there.
goodness.
Everybody's got a
All-
storage.
all-
We all
all I
have
know-
storage
All I
issues.
know is when I buy a big tent, I figure, hey, what friend's house can I go over to install it in?
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, Conk, because she wasn't doing Zumba in your bedroom when I saw her that time in your report last.
That was the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we learned who the pervs were on doing that one. I'll tell you. Ken, you're probably
To be-
All,
to
all
be
I
fair,
know, all I know is when you're talking to Conker, make sure you have mirrored shades on.
yeah, Mick found that out.
the video is much more pleasurable with slow motion, funnily enough, Conker.
Anybody ever do a video when you're on vacation and you go to the bathroom and it's 4 walls of mirrors and you think you're okay 'cause you're on the
Actually,
other side of the camera?
no, Bruce. I have not.
None of us have ever done that, Bruce.
Well, you don't have to publish it.
Maybe.
Was that your bedroom, Bruce?
No.
Ah, that's funny, Ray.
The only thing I've tried is a hotel room in Las Vegas where I was shaving, and all of a sudden there's apparently a TV in the mirror.
Mhm.
Yes.
The
Scared
Omnis
the
had
living crap out of me.
That's not a TV where 1,000 people are watching you, is it?
No, no.
It is.
No, there's probably a security guard sitting there.
If they want to watch me shave, maybe
No, I was at a casino in St. Louis a couple of weeks ago. Well, maybe a month or so ago, and it had one of those in the bathroom. If you look closely, there's like 2 dots below it. You can do like Zoom calls and everything on that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you
yeah,
know,
while you're brushing your teeth, yeah.
I know, but it's like, there's no like indication that the camera's. I got a little light on my computer right now that says my camera is on, and somebody can hack that, and I'm like, doing whatever I'm doing. Mm-mm. Tape went up on that mirror. Tape covered those cameras up.
There's loads of videos in there on YouTube saying about checking hotel rooms. So, to be honest with you, I haven't got the time nor the inclination to worry about it. Just
There was one in your last Premier in Conk last year at Saltex. everyone was down in the bar watching it on the big TV.
did it frighten the horses?
No, what it was you trying to get out the bath. It's hilarious.
Oh, a comedy show.
The bloody thing. What are you talking about? Mick and I stopped in this. We probably told you this in the hotel at Semtex last year. In the rooms we had, the bathrooms, they had like half-size baths, wasn't it, Mick? Literally,
No, they're not. They're an average size bath, just for the fact that me and you are extra large and can't get in them.
I could get in the bloody thing, so I had to shower outside. I just turned it into a wet room.
I got in mine, and as I went in, sort of shoulders in, I slipped sideways on. I was in like a log. I was like that. I couldn't get back up right again.
I felt sorry for the guy underneath our room. If we had a leak in the bathroom floor, he was going to get wet. Oh dear, oh dear. you definitely going, Mick, by the way, Semtex?
Yeah, I've booked up. I've asked Mrs. P if she's going. She doesn't know yet. So
Yeah, because Anne said she'd go. If Sue's going to go up there, she'd go up.
Sue was only interested if they're doing something. What was it you said, darling? Ann Summers or something? What was it? Ann Summers and what was it? I don't know. Something to do with Ann Summers. That must be a gardening show, is it? They do.
Gardening show.
Well, it could be.
I heard the word elephant's foot. That's all I heard. I wasn't quite
Oh,
sure.
no. That's a camel's foot, wasn't it?
I like my shirt.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
I went to a car show today, and I got a lot of compliments on that shirt.
That's
I'm like, yeah, it's because
that's
everybody's
awesome.
old as heck, you know. Yeah,
That was a good movie.
yeah, that was a good movie. It's a
Sorry,
classic.
Bruce, are we boring you, Bruce? You know, I mean,
What's going on there?
Oh, this is bugging me. I want to find out if that valve. Okay, I took the little door off for the inspection plate on the valve,
Yeah, maybe no clearance on the exhaust.
and I put
Oh,
a piece of
yeah.
wood over here to keep the oil at the back of the motor.
I like the video you done the other week.
There
Bruce.
you go, Bruce.
Bruce, I like the video you done the other week on that Tecumseh back. I think you thought it was running a little bit rich, so you started to do up the carburetor bolts, and you said those magical words to me. I wonder if I can get round the back to do that other bolt up without taking everything off. Yeah, go on, whatever. It's a Tecumseh. You got to take it all apart.
Okay, here's the intake.
That's the only thing about Tecumseh.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mick, I didn't think you would let those words pass your lips.
No, I've been in
You've seen a lot of Tecumsehs these days.
I've been in a healing session. Well, I've been for the past 4.5 years now, where the word Tecumseh should be given to me, and I should take it as a sense of warm feeling, rather
See what
than
your therapist said?
me
How's that
finding the
going?
negatives in it.
How's that going, Nick?
How's that
Yeah.
going?
That's how they say it in the meetings I go to.
you have that slightly warm, moist feeling now, do you, Mick?
Yeah, it's just the way it was the way Bruce has got years and years and years and years of experience with the Tecumseh engines, but he still tried to put that little tiny wrench right behind the manifold, thinking he could get in there with it, and it weren't going to go. I knew it weren't going to go, and I've got enough experience, and he's got more than
No.
me.
It's no matter how you whittle that thing down, it ain't never
You're never going to go in there.
no.
That's the time for the number 3 screwdriver to take it off at the
Number
exhaust.
3.
Yeah, mate.
Phillips number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Take
it's
that
actually a
manifold off.
JIS, but it's, you know.
And number 3 and T25.
I wouldn't mind so much, but when you take the manifold off and then you take the linkage all off, you take it out, and the Tecumseh's throttle have got like 16 holes on the top, isn't they? Where did that rod go? Which one was it?
You're killing me, Mick.
Wayne, is it not true? You look, you take it out and you go, take a
There's a
photograph.
number. Well, there's not 16.
It looks like
The
16.
most,
Yeah.
the most
There's
important
12.
tool when doing
There's
Tecumseh's is a paint marker.
Yeah, it's a paint marker or your camera phone. Yeah.
I hate it.
Hold on,
I hate it. Because you always know fact you got to take that off, and you got to try and squeeze your socket through the shield, and when you take it out, it sucks your socket in, so you lose your socket straight away, don't you? So that always happens, and that's a given. And then you take it all apart, and you're like, I don't know where that bloody throttle rod went. Which hole was it? It either runs.
Bruce,
too
us
fast, too
Canadians
slow.
don't have trouble with Tecumsehs.
No,
Oh, I
The
love
throttle lever from the governor goes on the top hole. The one with no spring, the one with the spring goes on the bottom hole.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that stupid little Z, but it's not quite a Z bend. It's in there
if you're-
perfect.
Bruce, if you're that sure about yourself, why did you try to put that little wrench behind the manifold, knowing it wasn't going to go on there?
Because I had to try.
Be right back.
This one has no exhaust valve kick on the compression stroke. So I think that's my problem.
What's
I
it
don't know
doing?
how to I don't know how to fix that
What's it
other
doing?
than tearing the engine apart.
What you mean, like the cam doesn't have a lobe on it to open up the valve a little bit, maybe?
Well, yeah, Briggs uses a little spring on there that just activates the lever
Right.
onto the exhaust valve. I don't know what. Actually, I do not know what Tecumseh uses. So I'm gonna have to take this
It
one.
doesn't have a little.
What was the valve lash on it, Bruce? Was it?
You know, I haven't checked it. I just took that little door off. I should see if there's too much valve lash and it's not giving it a bump.
Yeah.
I would hear the tick though, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Come on, Bruce, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I haven't heard that for a while.
You're on fire tonight, Bruce. You're absolutely on fire, mate.
Oh my God. What are those? 20,000? Yeah, I think they're 20. It's 10,
Is
20, and 30 is all you need to know on a Tecumseh.
But in all fairness, when you guys work on Tecumsehs over there, I've only seen real American Tecumsehs in the horizontal shaft, about 8 or 10 horse.
Right.
All the vertical ones, they're Italian made. They run with a Del Auto carburetor, which
I
normally
find them to be a much higher quality as well, Klaus. Don't you, the Italian ones?
Hey, now don't be bashing DeLorto carburetors now.
Well, honestly, the ones they put on the Tecumseh Aspera, as they were called,
What name?
sucked. Aspera,
Delardo.
DeLorto.
Oh, the carburetor Del
Never
Auto.
heard of
Yeah.
it.
Normally,
DeLorto?
normally a Del Auto carburetor is a good carburetor. It goes on tons of machinery, but on those Tecumsehs, they suck.
The weird thing is that they originally, the Italian Tecumseh engine before the Delorto, they had the Tillotson TK, which was an absolutely fantastic carburetor, really good carburetor.
Yeah.
So forgiving, highly tunable, quite a complex carb for its time.
Mm.
But then obviously, they wanted a much more cheaper carburetor that they could mass produce. So they bought out the Delorto, which you very rarely could tune. You've got that stupid emulsion tube in there that you can't get out, and you can only get it from America for 25 quid. And then on top of that, they changed the inlet manifold so that the Tillotson doesn't match the Delorto either.
Yep.
It is flat.
And it's just the other thing is the deal that Tecumseh made with Aspera when they wanted to produce Tecumseh engines was that they are not part of the parts setup in the States. So when you punch in a serial number or a model number of an Italian Tecumseh engine, it does not come up anywhere on lists from American Tecumseh at all. They're completely cut off from the parts department.
You got to type it in what do you call it? Italian.
Yeah, but it doesn't exist anymore.
I think Canada banned those Italian Tecumsehs from coming over here.
Yeah.
That was a good move because they
Was that the time of Mussolini?
a little later, but close.
Hey, where's Brucey?
Pretty close. Oh,
There
yeah.
you go, Bruce.
Valve
There
clearance.
you go, Brucey.
Supposed to have one.
Yeah.
That's the decompressor. That little.
Yeah, that's it.
Supposedly that's a 6.75 fan, but
That's it.
Yeah, but you think that's the reason it's kicking back?
I think so.
usually, but usually kicking back would be timing, like it jumped a gear.
Yeah, definitely it's timing.
I'm betting on a too loose exhaust valve. That's my best
Oh,
bet.
yeah.
To be fair, the Tecumseh keyway is not. It's not brilliant, is it? It can be out just a real hair's breadth.
It's that stepped one. It's
Well, you got to know which one you're putting in.
But
too.
being so new, it probably never ever ran because of that problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's saying it only had like an hour on it, Mick, or according to the
One valve, 10 thousandths.
Was
What? Yeah, that's exactly right.
The exhaust is at 10.
I just looked it up in my book too.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Both of them, I think.
I think
Well-
that cam is off a tooth.
I think so too.
I see
I fold then. Absolutely. Bruce,
I
you got to
see.
take that engine apart and make a video.
I thought Tecumseh was 6 and 8. No.
Yeah, go ahead, Bruce.
10,
Go ahead.
10, 10,
We'll
10,
wait.
On the flatheads.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Bruce, go ahead. We'll wait.
Yeah. Come on, Bruce. Let's get this thing started.
I think they must be wearing out over here because I don't think this year. No, I don't think this year I've even seen one come in yet. Not one.
No. Me
Yeah, I
neither.
get a lot of them over here.
And
I
long
think-
may
I think-
that continue. I say.
Well, I'm in the summer breakdowns right now, so everything that usually has come in is leaking oil,
To be
broken
fair-
this.
To be fair,
Smash that.
Bruce. To be fair, on par, the E series is taking over at the moment, and it's not much better.
No.
No.
It's not. No, it's not.
No.
Those little things, they run so hot and they are so squeezed for fuel consumption that, yeah, it doesn't take
Can't
much.
see anything without my glasses.
Yeah, but they're good for business, Klaus.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
great for
It's-
business. I love 'em.
Unless you sell them to people.
No, we don't sell them. They just get them running again.
The problem is that the E series is not good for reputation. That's the problem because you fix it and within 3 months it comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, but we always take a picture of that little piece of grass that's stuck in the jet. So
Exactly.
basically, I could almost use the same picture from 2 years ago, and it's exactly the same problem every time.
And the fuel line is so short you can't even squeeze in the filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's the hardest
Honestly,
fuel
so
line to get off.
Okay, guys, I verified it. I checked it at 10 thousandths and it fit, and I checked it at 12 thousandths and I can't get the 12 thousandths feeder gauge in there. So the valve's okay.
Is that? Did you check the intake and the exhaust?
I did not check the intake.
So, Bruce, what I would tell the guys, if it starts, get somebody else in the parish to start it for them.
Start praying.
I know I may get
You believe that?
I may get a couple of chuckles here, but does the decompression, does it always have to be on the exhaust valve?
No.
It is on the. I think it is. No, now you got me.
Yeah, I think
Listen
it
to
is
myself,
on the
yeah.
exhaust.
I've never seen it on anything else but the
Usually it's on the exhaust.
because I think it wants to let it out to the muffler, not to the carburetor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
if it's
can you
only just
can
a
you
little-
see it bump when you move
No,
the
I'm
flat
not
wheel
seeing
by
the
hand?
bump. I'm not seeing the bump.
Can you no?
no
I'm
bump.
rotating it. I got it on a piece of wood now, not on my stick.
But this isn't like an overhead valve engine where it's easy to see.
all wood, no.
No,
stick.
you
But I
got to
took the
look
little
in the
inspection
side.
door off.
Yeah.
I took the little inspection door off, Wayne. So
Yeah.
I think you're going to have to strip it down live now, Bruce, and just take it down nuts and bolts. Just so it's
Live.
that's my buddy says,
No,
strip her down to the differential.
It's been a while, Bruce, since you took an engine apart. I kind of look forward to that. It's going to be nice. Thank you very
Live
much.
action.
And we'll be,
Online, on video. I take
on-
pretty few.
nah,
apart.
Nah, I'll make do with a video.
Trouble is,
Bring
I
it
got,
down to me,
12,
Bruce.
I got 12 videos to go.
Yeah.
I've got
I
12
tell you
videos
what,
sitting there
if
to edit.
you put it up on Facebook Marketplace, Conker would buy it and he'll strip it down anyway. So
Yeah.
sell it to Conker.
Shipping not mentioned.
Hey Phil, if you want to take me off for a little bit, I gotta go barbecue.
Oh,
Oh,
Skewers. Oh, that.
That-
oh,
that looks awful. That looks terrible.
I take it the kebabs are the wife's and the steak is yours.
Oh yeah, you know it.
I'm vegan. I take offense. I'm vegan. I take offense.
Dear Lord. Are you going to eat that or walk around it for charity?
Yep. I'll see you guys in a little bit if I get
Okay,
there.
Brock.
See you,
Yeah.
bro.
See you, Brock.
No. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you.
Take care.
God, dear, oh dear.
Oh boy. I mean,
He's
skewered,
eating good.
skewered meat. That's good stuff.
There was some great marbling in that New York strip that he had there.
Yeah.
That looked pretty darn tasty to
Look
me.
nice.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Your New York strip, is that our, what we would call sirloin? I presume it is it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I- I think so.
It is. It is. And I'm always arm wrestling with my butcher because I need you to cut me 2 sirloin steaks. And he goes, sure. I said, no, it needs to be a little wider. No, a little wider. No, a little wider. No, a little. I said, how big do you want it? I said, 500 grams, half a kilo. And he goes,
Whoa.
that's just to make sure it doesn't get dry.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have a hard time doing the big, thick steaks on the barbecue. I usually end up killing them.
No, no,
Overcooking.
well,
So they
Being
can't
a
eat
dean,
one of these is if it's
Yeah.
good meat.
but being a dean, you could probably eat it blue rare.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kind
you
of like
could,
that.
yeah.
I do. I do those in the poor man's sous vide, and then I just toast the sides on the.
I get the sous
Grill.
vide thing, but I don't think they have as deep a flavor on the sous vide as they do on the barbecue.
Oh no! You barbecue it when it's at the right temperature, and then slap it on those hot grill grate, and burn the sides.
Yeah, I get it.
What's
It's-
the poor man's sous vide then?
I use a little Igloo, really thick cooler, and I just keep topping it off with boiling water to keep it at whatever temperature I want it at.
Well, like an oldie picnic cooler, you mean?
Like an ultrasonic cleaner.
Yeah,
Yeah, hey, that would work. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
That
heater
would,
it.
that would really cook meat, ultrasonic.
I should do that one time. Would
Video.
that not be fun?
Video.
I wonder if it would tenderize the meat.
And you could pretend it still tasted good at the end. You just wouldn't have to tell us.
Just get rid of the pine sol first.
What's
So
the
the-
Yes.
temperature? What temperature do you keep? I'll try to keep that. I thought sous vide you had to keep the temperature pretty constant.
Well, yeah, I keep a temperature probe in there
Yeah.
so that I can monitor it very frequently. And I have like a temperature probe that keeps the lid down, because every time you open and close it,
Yeah.
you're just letting all the good stuff out. So I monitor it. I start off at 140, and then when it gets down to 130, I'll add some more boiling water to it. Just a little bit, just to try to keep it there. And then
Is vacuum packed? Is it the meat's in the vacuum pack or a Ziploc?
well, I do a Ziploc. I just dip it in water until there is no
Yeah.
bubbles in it. Seal it
Yeah.
off, and that's
And and if you keep it at 140, or it'll stay medium well forever until you put it on the barbecue, or rare, or whatever you like.
yeah. I aim for like 130, 135, and though you can't. Well, in my poor man's version, I can't hold it like that. But if you hold something in a sous vide for like more than an hour, it's going to start deteriorating
There you go, Al. There
the
you go.
fibers of the meat. So no, you want to do it. Yeah. Haha, there you go, Al.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's when I do a big sirloin steak, it's 4-4-2-2 on the barbecue, full tilt, 4 minutes,
More,
4 minutes,
more,
2
two.
minutes,
2 and 2. Yeah,
2
no, and
minutes.
that's good.
and
Now,
ta-da, dinner time.
Do you have a
Yeah.
charcoal grill or like a pellet grill, or is it like a gas grill?
I've got a gas grill, a charcoal grill, a smoker.
Wrong question.
Yeah, sorry.
Steaks I do on the gas grill always.
Like
Yeah.
that's because you can control that a little better. Yeah, that's good.
I go on steaks. I go as high as it'll go, and it's a 4-burner Weber
Right.
something, full tilt. The meter's all the way over to high.
Right.
You have the searing burner, the infrared
Nope.
searing burner on it.
Nope.
Yeah, see, that's what we use for the first shot on
Yeah.
two sides.
I usually stand them up on the fat side first and give them a couple of minutes there. That
They're
doesn't
dripping?
count. Yeah. And then 4-4-2-2 eat.
Yeah,
So
No, rest. Must rest.
yeah, I got to
yeah,
rest.
yeah. But see,
If you rest them, though, man, they'll overcook themselves just looking at you.
Yeah.
and I'm always hungry when I get to that point. So
Me too, Klaus.
yeah, let's go eat.
We're normally 7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes on a steak.
But recently we started doing pork
believe
chops, big pork chops, big tall
Yeah,
pork
They're
chops
good too.
with
I don't
with bone in.
I don't eat rare pork, though.
No, it's
That's
not
the
rare.
best.
No, it's not rare. It gets 16 minutes total.
Yeah.
I flip them every 3.
Bone in is the best meat you can eat.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Sound
And
like my
that-
dad,
you
Wayne.
could get
Yeah.
a little seasoning, a little.
I'm there, Mick. I'm there. Nothing wrong with bone in.
You know what my problem is?
Just,
As long if you're gonna have the bone in meat, you might as well have a dick insider whilst you're there. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Dickens cider.
Australian
Just the
Simon
version.
Dickens, darling.
Cider.
Mrs. P thought I meant something else. You're just being dirty.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
In England, you've got something called spotted dick. What is that?
Conker, don't wet yourself. Conker, don't. Hold it in.
Don't go there.
Isn't that a sausage or something?
dear.
Spotted dick.
Wayne, Wayne, if you want to see spotted dick, Conker, stand up.
Oh, I'll be taking the tablet.
Bruce.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I need 2 hands, Bruce.
Well, if you're going to hold that, Bruce, at least get a mirror so Conker can see it as well.
I haven't seen it for years.
Oh, Mick, that was me. And you shouldn't be talking.
I'm taking it all in.
Spotted dick is lovely. It is a really nice pud. It's a lovely pudding.
It's like bread pudding.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a sponge. It's a sponge pudding with.
It must
with
cause a
fruit in it.
little chuckle every time it's served, though.
I know.
Just
Well, I just have a chuckle when I see it in the grocery store. I don't ever buy it.
My all-time
You
favorite.
gotta have custard with it.
Yeah, my all-time.
Is it
My
really
old-
a dessert or is it like a hunk of meat that you're?
No, it's a dessert.
No, it's like pudding.
Oh.
Nothing. I mean, guys, if you haven't been to the UK and you go there one day, rhubarb crumble with hot custard.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing beats it. And
Oh,
gotta have
yes.
it, and you gotta have it. You gotta have it in the UK. For apparently
No.
they can't do hot
Trudy makes
custard
it
over
pretty
here.
good.
So, I'm
Rhubarb,
sorry to say,
strawberry
Bruce, I'm sorry to
rhubarb,
say,
right, yeah.
Klaus. The problem is you don't. It does.
Hello,
doesn't taste-
detective.
it doesn't taste like Granny used to make it. That's the problem.
But Mick, I thought you have to make it in like a steamed pouch or something.
Not always. No, not always. And I find a lot of the rhubarb crumbles. The crumble isn't a crumble in a restaurant anymore. It's like a slodge.
Yes.
It's
No.
the food of the devil, anyway.
When
Yeah.
my gran used to make
Oh,
it, you need to go down to the dentist to have
It's
new
good
filling
stuff.
put in.
Yeah, 'cause it's crunchy.
Trudy makes a beautiful
And
rhubarb crumble.
cooks it. He just chops it up, puts it in water, boils it or whatever. No sugar, anything else, and she eats that honey sweet. And that's as sour as Odari.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That makes you do that, Conk.
It does. The eyeballs start popping out, don't they?
It would gag. It would gag a maggot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we found
Yeah,
funny
yeah,
you say that
yeah,
on the
apple
freezer
crumble,
today,
yeah,
we
that's
we
good too.
found what we thought was a lardy cake in the freezer this afternoon. Took it out. It turns out it's an apple cake. You know the old Wiltshire apple cakes, Dorset
yeah.
apple cakes.
It's been there 3 years.
Oh yeah, at least.
That's
Nothing
right.
wrong. Dorset apple cake,
I'm
absolutely
gonna show you guys.
lovely.
Stay there.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's the
yeah.
one, Kenny.
That's the one. And then hot custard. Hot custard
And,
is a
and
must.
you know when it's really hot because the rhubarb burns your lip. That's when it's really hot.
Sticks to the roof of your mouth. You get these
Yeah.
little blisters come out.
Yeah, that's it.
When you eat the hot custard to cool down your tongue, you know you're there.
I want you to guys to understand. I live in an area where there's frost in the ground 7 months of the year. And look at that,
That is nice.
right off my tree.
What was it, an orange?
Nice looking
Yeah.
apple.
It's
Oh,
beautiful, isn't
well,
it?
Hank's
Nice
spoken
looking
up.
at- What kind of
Hey.
apple is it, Bruce?
I think they're called a Parkland.
Look like an egg.
But it looks
Oh.
like an English Cox.
They make
COX.
good apple pies, Bruce.
Yeah. They do.
Looks like
They're actually good hand eating and they're good for cooking too.
Orange.
The skins aren't that hard.
looks like a Cox. Yeah.
Grammy apple pie and custard. Now
I
you
guess I should just give her a whirl.
That's proper pudding. That is a proper pudding.
Mom
Yeah,
used to make a
they're shining
nice
nice now.
drink out of rhubarb. She'd boil it and then put it in the refrigerator. And when you put it in your glass, it was like plop, 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 plop. But when you drank it, oh, it was good.
Needs another week.
I like my grand's bread pudding. Oh my god, that was good. My god, that was good. That
See,
was
we
the
don't
best
we,
stuff.
we don't get that good stuff over here.
It doesn't.
I
Well, we don't
eat
get it
bread
here
pudding
anymore
and I don't
because
eat rice pudding.
you only used to get bread pudding or rice pudding if you'd ordered too much milk or if the bread had gone stale. Nowadays, milk's too expensive to buy too much, and the bread just goes mold, don't go stale no more.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Rice puddings are the other one. Cold rice pudding straight out the fridge with a lot of ice cream on top.
Hate it.
Yeah, rice pudding
There's
we get that here,
tapioca.
but it's sweetened, and you get it with a cherry sauce.
What's that?
Rice pudding here is typically sweetened.
It is
And
the
then-
sweetness. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you
Now, you
get
see,
it with And
You
then
see,
get
you
it
can
with
get a
the-
thing over here, Klaus, called semolina, which is a bit similar with a jam dollop in the middle.
Yeah, that's gopping.
Yeah,
Salmonella.
I mean,
They just serve-
Bread pudding and cream, no? Don't you put
Yeah.
cream on your
Oh
bread?
yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. Keep going, Klaus. Hank, keep talking.
Why?
No, that's nice. Bread pudding with clotted cream on top. That's
Oh yeah, that's
The
excellent.
seeds aren't black yet.
Nope.
They're a little ripe.
It needs 2 more weeks, Bruce, and
Yeah,
they're good.
2 more weeks. Yeah. Still not
Yeah,
bad.
it's got to be cold when it pick an apple.
Do they store
Always
well,
cold here.
Bruce? Do they store well?
Mhm.
What are those, Bruce? What are those Macintosh? What are they?
No, they're a parkland.
Hmm.
They're kind of made for the colder climates.
nice.
And the main trunk is grafted to a crabapple root so it doesn't die in the winter.
Yeah.
A lot of science to it.
Who remembers Sago frog spawn pudding?
Sago, yeah, that's frog spawn, isn't it? You used to have that at school.
What?
It's Sago. It looks like frog spawn.
You must be hopping mad. Hopping mad. Frog spawn.
Semolina pudding, snot and bogey pie.
My, Ken, will you stop it making us all feel bloody hungry, man? What's
Oh
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
that looks good.
That
I need
looks
to go
good.
make it. I need to go make a sandwich soon.
Oh, Sago, you know you put that where the sun don't shine.
Oh, that's
Oh, no, definitely
That
not.
was- back in the day here, that was a really poor family's dinner. That was sago pudding.
Well, that originated
They
in
made
the
us.
Second World War.
They made us make it in school.
That's right.
School dinner pudding. Someone's just put in there.
Frog spawn pudding up. There you go.
Pink custard at school. Yeah, pink custard at school. It's always bloody pink, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm with James.
Chocolate sponge. Chocolate sponge and
Tapioca.
pink custard.
That looks like when I skinned my knee.
Oh,
That looks like Conker stomach ulcer.
Is that tapioca?
It's like something my dog produces every morning. No, we don't do that nonsense. No, if it's no, definitely not.
I don't know, John. Why was it always pink? I don't know.
Well, pink custard with chocolate sponge, wasn't it?
It's always and the sponge was dry as hell. You needed the custard to soak it up a
Oh,
bit,
there
didn't
you
it?
go, man.
What's that?
now are you talking about like birds custard?
Oh God, that's just disgusting.
I just want to make sure. I mean, I had to go away for a second there, so I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
No, I think
Custard,
you're on a completely different
bird
page to everybody
custard,
else.
yeah. But
We went from small engines to
Tapioca.
British desserts. It happens here.
it was never good stuff. My son, how can I put this? His mother is Maltese, and they have semolina as a savoury dish.
Well, they're mad.
Well, they have semolina with garlic.
What?
Semolina is cooked as it's Maltese. That's a savoury dish.
You see that face Klaus is pulling? That's the face I want to pull right now.
Exactly.
Right.
My son used to sit there in front of me, eat that honey sweet. I used to think, oh God Almighty.
What's wrong with meat and potatoes?
That's pretty funny, James.
What's a traditional pudding where you are then, Bruce or Wayne in Canada? What's a
Traditional
typical pudding?
pudding?
Hey?
I'm pretty boring. I just like chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't
do you
know.
mean
We don't have a
pudding like
special
custard
pudding.
or pudding like dessert? So you got to clarify for us
Oh, pudding
colonists over here.
puddings.
Yeah.
I like what's called sticky toffee pudding.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's pretty good for the old waistline, Wayne, isn't it?
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm 255. I dropped 5 pounds.
You see me, Bruce? If I did that, I could chew it like that. I could swallow it, but in about 5.5 seconds, that would come straight back up.
Oh,
Tomato.
Yeah,
they're bad for. I guess they're bad for arthritis, but I eat them anyway.
I can't do it. I can eat them. I can swallow them. I just cannot
That's
keep the
how-
buggers down.
That's what I have with pan-fried liver.
Oh,
What's
liver,
that?
liver.
I can bite it off. I can chew it. I can swallow it, and 6 seconds later, I get.
Oh yeah, you've talked about that, right? I like liver as long as somebody else cooks it.
I
See,
mean,
James is on about Angel Delight, but it's always a pain in the ass when your mum made it with the red top
This
milk.
one's not quite ready, but I'm going to eat it anyway.
Yeah. I don't mind. Quite like Angel Delight. I'm sure I did. I'm just trying to
Butterscotch.
remember.
Butterscotch Angel Delight.
Yeah.
what is Angel Delight?
I'm getting
It's-
hungry.
It's like a custard, but
Okay.
but it's served cold.
It's like an
Yeah.
instant custard made out with powder. And it made, I think
They used to do one years ago called Hot Crunch, which was like a Angel Delight style custard, but it come with a little sachet of
Good job, Ken.
crunched up biscuit, which you sprinkled over the top of it like that. As lush it was.
Angel
Hot Crunch.
Delight cocktail.
yeah, it was nice. Actually, it was made out of God only knows what powder, but it tasted all right.
What do they have? What do they have?
I
A cookie now?
That's it. Angel Delight. That's it.
I think the
Not bad.
dessert I've had that has had the most difference in quality and taste is pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Anybody
I've never
remember whip and chill?
I like pumpkin pie.
I do
I've
too.
never had it.
But you can have one that tastes like
Oh, you can buy one at the supermarket that tastes like a hockey puck.
This looks
Yeah.
Or you can have one made by grandma that's absolutely delicious.
There's
Yeah.
a comment there for you, Hank, from Vincent.
Angel Delight.
oak food.
Looks good. That's right. You can't
gone
beat a
from-
spam sandwich.
We've gone from intake valves to desserts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've covered it all.
anything can happen here Saturday night.
Yeah.
Angel
Had a
Delight
lot.
is OAP food.
Yeah,
And
butter,
Conker, you must be getting famous. You got 70. You had 75 people in watching.
yeah.
Wow.
Like that
Number
was how,
two to
that's how many more than you normally get. Quite a
Yeah,
bit.
there's a lot more. Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah,
we-
it's about 40,
maybe
right?
we should get, maybe
It's
we
only
should
because
get
the
off
weather's
the
crap outside.
desserts.
In which case, guys, I'm going to call it. It's over 2 hours. We've done our time.
Yeah.
We'll have a little discussion in the grey area afterwards.
right.
But at the moment, everybody on the comments, brilliant. Thank you. So many comments tonight. It's been brilliant. And thank you, every one of you. Of course,
It
you
was nice,
guys there
Good turnout.
on the panel, make the night. So thanks again, everybody. So we'll call it a day there. And
Okay,
Yeah.
Phil.
see you all
Take
soon.
care, everyone.
Take
Check
care.